What is going on, guys? Kitty Arsenal 141 here, and today I want to talk about a 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. Obviously, with the 9 to 5, you show up every day, you get a set check, you have a boss that gives you some work, you do that work for you know 6 to 18 hours depending on where you work. And yeah, some people do work 18 hours. Those are more so like, people that work in energy, people that work in the oil field, maybe military, soldiers and things like that. Some people may be in healthcare as well. But, as for the 9 to 5, it's pretty simple. You don't have to do too much thinking. Just show up, you do your work. But as for entrepreneurship on the other hand, there's no boss sitting over your shoulder. There's nobody that's gonna, give you work. You have to go out and find it. There's nobody that's gonna, promote, per se your business or whatever. You have to do the promotion. You have to set it up. You have to get customers. You have to manage the money, manage all of the licensing, things like that. And so, while people might think, entrepreneurship is better than, 9 to 5, it is, if you're successful and you have a good system, but it can actually be more work when you're trying to, figure everything out. Because instead of, having, upper level management, middle management, and then lower management, you're doing all the management, especially like, if you're just starting off on your own, you don't have too many employees or anything like that. You're basically doing the job of maybe 30, 40 people. So you're the CEO, the the CTO, you're the regular worker, you're the manager, the producer, you're everything, the marketer, everything. And so it can definitely be a lot, for sure. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, you never know that it's gonna, work. And from month to month, you may make a lot one month, and then you have a pretty bad month the next month. And it's up and down to where 9 to 5 is like, it's consistent, every 2 weeks or monthly. Some people get paid weekly, that you're gonna get that specific amount. So it's it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off just in general. And when it comes to like a 9 to 5, you may have to deal with like jealous coworkers. You may have to deal with like a bad boss or something like that. And you can also deal with something like that as an entrepreneur. You can have people jealous that you have a business or anything like that. You can have people trying to like badmouth your business, or trying to really undermine what you're doing. So there's always different challenges when it comes to dealing with people. You can have friends that really want to try to undermine you, and business partners and stuff like that. And so there's really a lot of trade-offs when it comes to like 9 to 5 and entrepreneurship. But I think everybody, for the most part, will find their way. And obviously a 9 to 5 is the best way to get to entrepreneurship, because of course you need money to start. And it's a good thing to have to support, especially like if you're in the infancy stages of entrepreneurship and things like that. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and follow me. And I'll see you guys on the next one.